What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about UFC Mexico and its main event in Kavanaugh versus Brandon Moreno. Let's get into it. Going into this fight, both fighters are coming off a loss. Kavanaugh is young and he just got knocked out by Charles Johnson. The last guy that Charles Johnson, decapitated that was young was Joshua Van. So you could look at that as an upside, I guess. Moreno coming off a very disappointing performance. He has a losing record in his last 5. But he hasn't looked bad in any of those fights. Other than that Tyra fight, he didn't look too good. If it would have stayed on the feet, who knows? Maybe Moreno would have gotten, maybe a decision out of there. Maybe a finish. You never know. But I just don't see that happening there. But, Kavanaugh, I think he's going to come in with a different style here. We've seen in his fights, he's been pushing the pace a lot of the time. But we saw him push the pace a bit too much with Charles Johnson in that first round. And I think he's going to be a bit more tentative coming into this fight. I think he's going to be very worried about the power coming back because Moreno is a significant threat. A much bigger threat than Charles Johnson is. Respectfully to Charles Johnson. But Charles Johnson hasn't beat the guys that Moreno has. They've faced similar competition, but Moreno's come on top. So that's fair to say. Moreno, he's going to come in here and I think he's going to put on a volume game. He's really going to stick to the jab, try to keep it on the feet as much as possible. Moreno has very good grappling, but Kavanaugh also does have pretty good grappling. And that is something to worry about from him. As long as Kavanaugh could explode in the right moments, he could find success in this fight. I see Moreno, let's say he throws 5 shots. I think Kavanaugh's going to throw 1. Going to throw 2, going to throw 1. But I do not recommend combination punching from Kavanaugh in this fight, because if he did not improve his cardio since his last fight, it's not going to look good. It didn't look good in that last fight, and it would be very worrying for me if I was Kavanaugh's coach going into this fight and he's thinking that he should push the pace early on in this fight. He should really wait till round 4 and 5 if he's going to unload a bit. He should be very calm here. This is a 5-rounder, and this is his, 3rd fight in the UFC? If we're counting Contender Series, 4th? And you're fighting Brandon Moreno, coming off a loss, It's something to think about. Now, I want to rock with Kavanaugh here. I really do, because the young guy, he's got some wicked power. He's really good. He's really good. He just got caught in that Charles Johnson fight. And I really like Moreno, but I'm not going off of who I like here. I'm going off of who I think has the higher chance of winning. And Moreno did not look good in his last performance. Kavanaugh looked dominant up until he got finished. I'm going to roll with Kavanaugh. Even though he does not have 5-round experience, you could flame me in the comments for this. But I still think Kavanaugh could pull it off. I know he doesn't have a camp. But just listen to me here. Kavanaugh's got that power. And Moreno, he just got finished on the ground, And Kavanaugh, his grappling significantly improving constantly. He does have a pretty strategic coach. And, if they come out with the right approach here, we could see a very good win from Kavanaugh. And it could shoot him straight to the top 5 within the flyweight division, making things much more interesting for us as the viewer. So, I'm going to rock with Kavanaugh here. I do not think he gets the finish, but if he plays his cards right, I'm going with a 3-2 scorecard, 48-47 for Lonir Kavanaugh. I want to know, guys, who do you got in this fight? If you say Moreno, it is completely fair. This is just my opinion. I want to know what you think. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.